Hey everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around I have some current and last gen pickups to show you guys. All these games are actually last gen video games, but they are some interesting games. One game that I've been looking for a while, one that has a short story behind it, and a couple of import games as well. So the first game I wanted to show you guys here, I got it from EB Games. They had this game, the new copy of this game priced for $14.99 for a fairly long time now. The price was actually reduced to $14.99, but for some reason the used copies of this game were still priced at around $22. So I found it strange that they reduced the price on the new copies, but not on the used copies. So I had been waiting for a while to finally see this game get reduced alongside the new price for it, because $22 for it used and $14.99 for it new was kind of strange. But anyways, they dropped it down to about $9.99. I think either $9.99 or $9.95, something like that. But I found this game. It's Fist of the North Star Ken's Rage 2. I wanted to get it on the PS3, but they only had the 360 version. That's fine though. I have both of the first game, the PS3 and 360 version of the first game, so it's no big deal. But if I do happen to find the PS3 version of it, I will get that as well. But yeah, I'd been looking for this game for a while, and I finally got it once they reduced the price on it to where it should be. Next up, I went to this store called Game Mania. I've been there many times, and I checked back in on them, and they had a whole bunch of import games, a couple of DS games as well. Most of their import games were for older systems, but they had a couple of DS games this time as well, and they were mostly priced at $5. They had a couple other ones that were priced at $10 and $15, I believe. Can't entirely remember, but I know for a fact there were some for $10. But I grabbed 4 that were $5 each, and for the most part I grabbed them because they were kind of interesting, and one of them I grabbed because it was a sequel to a game that I owned, and it never came out in North America, so I thought I'd get that as well. The first game I'm going to show you guys here is called Draglade 2. It's the sequel to Draglade, as you could assume. And basically, Draglade, it's like a fighting game, but it's like a rhythm-based fighting game. It's kind of weird. I don't quite like how slow the game is at the beginning, and it's kind of difficult to get a hang of the controls. But in the end, I kind of enjoyed it. So when I saw there was a sequel for it, and it was only $5, $5. I went ahead and grabbed that as well. Now for the rest of the games, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to confirm with my list here, just because I cannot read the names of these exactly, and I had to look them up and write them down. So for the next game here, this game here is called Kekaishi Kokuburo Shurai, and sorry if I completely mangled that. I tried my best, but anyways, it's a kind of a platformer where I don't entirely understand it, but you have some kind of mystical power that creates these different sized cubes, basically this region of space that sort of just you can freeze your enemy inside of, and when you release it, it sort of explodes the enemy. Some enemies need to be captured a couple of times before they explode. Other enemies can sort of dissolve your cubes, and you can also use the cubes as platforms to climb to higher areas. Basically, you need to collect a whole bunch of stuff in the different levels, and there's some kind of a story in there in between as well, but I can't really enjoy that because I don't understand any Japanese, or I don't understand enough Japanese to enjoy that. The next game, I didn't look it up right when I got it, but I pretty much knew what it was. Recently on the 3DS there was this game released called Tomodachi Life. And this here is its predecessor called Tomodachi Collection, I believe. Yeah, Tomodachi Collection. And I thought I might as well check it out, see the origin to Tomodachi Life. I only played the demo of Tomodachi Life, so I have a sort of basic understanding of what the game is about. So hopefully I can somewhat manage my way through this game here. And then the next game, the last of the 4DS games that I got, is a game that I mostly got just because, well, I thought at first that it was some kind of a collection of mini games, but it's not. I already forgot what kind of game this is. It is a strategy game. Anyways, it's called Pucci Eva Evangelion at Game. And for those of you that know, it's Neon Genesis Evangelion, and they're kind of moe. Like, I don't know exactly how to say this, but they're like moe versions of the Evangelion characters, and I don't know. It was just a little strange enough to grab my attention, and it was $5 as well. So I pretty much decided to grab that too. This one was the only one that didn't come with a manual, but I mean that's totally fine. And also at Game Mania, the very last game that I decided to buy is a game that I had heard about a little while back. It's a PS3 game that was only released in Japan, and in fact, it's not just a game, it's a movie as well. It was released in this thing called a hybrid pack, and it's basically the movie on the Blu-ray disc, and on the same Blu-ray disc is the game that was packaged with it. And what it is Dot Hack the movie with the game Dot Hack Versus. And I was really happy to find this. I was finding this for the cheapest price on eBay at around $50 to $60, but most of those ones were from Malaysia, and I can't really trust those, so I wanted to get one that was definitely from Japan and definitely the real thing. And I looked at ones from Japan, and they were going for about $60 to $70 and higher than that. But the cheaper end was $60 to $70 shipped from Japan to here in Toronto. So when I saw this in a store for $65, I asked if they could do $65 flat on it, and I went ahead and grabbed it. Now, it came with the little art book that's inside. It's just a very thin softcover art book, but it's still pretty nice. And inside it has, on the one disc, the game and the movie. And I'm just very happy to add this to my collection. I've been very lucky with the Dot Hack games recently. I pretty much made myself seek them out, and even though I didn't pay the best price for some of them, I did get them through trade-ins or just trades. So, in my opinion, it was a fair enough deal, and I finally get to play through them. Now, some of the games I still have just the Japanese version of them, but at the end, that's fine. Anyways, this has gone to 9 minutes. As always, leave comments in the comment section below. Anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my 300 subscribers contest. It'll be linked in the description below. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, website. They're all linked in the description below as well. And that's about it. See ya.